Girls, I hope you're all okay. I just thought so that you could watch this back if you needed to, I would record a little bit on some of the sessions that we've missed out on the specification so that you can watch them in your own time. This is only really if you think you want to resit. So that means that everything that I record, you'll be able to look back on. That's the plan. So anyway, we're going to look at the Christian teachings on the origins of the universe. Now, we already did an awful lot on this before when we did the beliefs and values section, the first section on Christianity. So we looked at that point, biblical interpretation. How do we interpret the different texts from Genesis 1 and 2? Do we see them as a literal account, a scientific account, or do we see them as a metaphorical account? Do we interpret the text? So that's really central to actually understanding the next part. And so for you, it should be very straightforward because we did an awful lot on that. I've just put this here so that you can remember some of the texts from Genesis 1 and 2 and some other texts as well, just so we can see that actually the world matters to Christians, and they have certain beliefs about them, which is what I'm going to run through now anyway. This is what the spec says. It's two kind of areas really. It's scientific explanations of the origins of the universe, so Big Bang and evolution. I'm not going to go through that again because we've already done that type of thing. And then the Christian responses to them, including the work of Georges Lemaitre. Now, I am going to go over those things and other Christian responses as well. And what I'm going to start with is the value of the universe in Christian teaching. So Christian responses to the possible view that the universe can be used as a commodity, which means as something that you could just buy and sell, commodity as a thing, as well as the interpretations of Genesis 1 and 2. So, we already know there's a huge spectrum with science and religion and what different people believe. Some people think that truth is only in science. Other people think truth is only in religion. But for most Christians, they think that both science and religion offer truth, but it's just different types of truth. And when we look at some of the scientists' responses, you'll be able to see what I mean by that. Okay, so how should humans relate to the environment? This is from a Christian point of view. And as you know, in Genesis 1:26, let us make people in our own image to be like ourselves. And then it goes on to say that they will be masters over life, the fish in the sea, the birds in the sky, and all the livestock, wild animals, etc. And so I'm starting by asking you, is this a helpful approach? Is it good that Genesis says God has made human beings differently, and then moves on to the fact that all these things should be looked after, or we should be masters of? And I want you to consider biblical interpretation again at this point. The problem with something like this is it can be interpreted in various different ways. And so there's four areas. This won't be in your textbook. This is kind of coming from me. But four different ways that we could approach this. So we could go for dominion, which sounds a bit like domination, doesn't it? So that's the idea that God has given human beings authority over everything. And that has often led to people thinking they can do what they want. The next one is stewardship, the idea of being a bit like a caretaker. Think about our caretakers at school, how they care for everything in the school. And that is perhaps a more of a servant's role. And that might be a better way for us to consider how we should treat the environment. These other two are kind of slightly different. One is called creation spirituality, and it kind of is trying to emphasize the fact that actually for some people creation is linked to God in some way. If God has made that creation reveals God, therefore creation is of value. There is a spiritual aspect to the world, and I'll explain that as we go through. And then the last one is that we have to consider the consequences of sin. So we're back to the idea of chapter 3 of Genesis, of the fall, eating the fruit, disobeying God, and what impact that's had. And is that the reason why we've got environmental issues? Okay, so the Bible isn't always clear about human responsibility towards the environment. And that's part of the difficulty. And actually, really, environmental ethics hasn't been a thing for Christians until much more recent times. And it hasn't really been a thing for a lot of religions. I would say Hinduism is probably the one that does the most, because they see that Brahman, God, is in everything that exists, everything. So it's kind of looking at this in a fresh way, really. This idea of let them have dominion over the fish, the sea, the birds, etc., etc., that we said before. But dominion really does sound like domination. So, and the term we would use for this, and I'm sure you use this in English, is anthropocentric. That means the belief that human beings are at the centre of something. And this comes from lots of ancient traditions, like Aristotle. And I've just put a quote here. She has made all animals for the sake of man. You know, animals were seen as creatures without souls, or had very low-level souls. Therefore, they could be used by human beings. They weren't like other human beings. So the idea of domination presented here is quite a negative view. It's domination and it's false. There is a kind of hierarchy where human beings are at the top and animals are certainly at the bottom. And this has led to all kinds of environmental problems. If you think about the destruction of the rainforests, so much of that is about money, about planting crops, like, I'm thinking coffee, but I don't know whether that's where they would plant it. But cash crops, they're called, so that they can actually provide crops that create cash. So therefore they need to clear ground, and then they, get rid of huge, vast amounts of Amazon jungle. Okay. So the biblical story of creation offers a different interpretation of the word domination, or dominion, sorry. When God creates the things, he says that they are good. And to all of creation, he says, be fruitful and multiply. So this word would seem to suggest that it isn't just humanity that God is concerned with, but rather all creation has intrinsic value. So the reading of the creation story like this is difficult to reconcile with a traditional idea. So you think God says at the end of every day, and it's good, he sees what it is and it's good. He sees what, and then when he creates human beings, it's very good. So all of creation is good in some way. So the next section then, or idea, is this idea of stewardship. So the idea that we can't just exploit and use things the way we want to. We have to actually care for. So this is the caretaker idea. And I've put a little third bullet down. You can see that it's the parable of the talents, that idea that actually God, because we are in the image of God, we have that capability of being co-creators with God. So we should use our talents for the benefit of society, of the world, of everybody, and not just for ourselves. It still believes this, obviously, that Christians are the pinnacle of creation, that they are the top, and that they are the ones that are made in God's image. But therefore, because of that, they have a duty to care, not to raid the world. I've got a quote there, but I think because of my little video, I can't quite see it. But on the notes, you'll be able to see it. So this is the idea of creation spirituality. It's the third one. It's slightly different. Okay. So Francis of Assisi, a saint, obviously from Italy, believed that God can be found and seen in all of creation. So animals and birds convey to us the understanding of God's plan and purpose. So this is very much linked to natural theology that God can be found without looking at biblical texts, without direct revelation. God can be found in the world that we live in. And there are lots of other people who have that same idea of creation spirituality. Aquinas, with his arguments for the existence of God, things like the design argument that you'll have looked at before, first cause argument. These are all kind of arguments that say that, just from looking at the evidence, looking at the universe, it points to the existence of God. And Francis of Assisi is taking it in a more spiritual, it's not just rational, he's more spiritual, and he's saying actually that because God has made it, we can find God in the beauty. And actually at the moment, isn't it lovely that we can all walk out and have, that's meant to be so good for us. But there are other spiritual writers like Julian of Norwich, and Mrs. Niblock has kind of referred to in some of her letters. The other one, which I think is really interesting for the moment, is one called the Gaia hypothesis, which is from a man called James Lovelock. And he thought that we shouldn't see our world, the Earth, as lots of different things. We should see it as one organism. And that if any of the things on that organism is naughty, misbehaves in some way, then they will be expunged from it. So that means that if human beings are not behaving themselves, then Gaia will get rid of us. And so I would imagine that a lot of people are relating the Gaia hypothesis, James Lovelock, look him up if you want to, certainly with coronavirus and those types of pandemics, is some people will think this is, I'm not saying God's plan, because Gaia isn't a religious idea really, it's just, it's not religious. But yeah, so I don't want anyone to think that I'm saying that this is a curse from God. It certainly isn't. It is just what it is. But anyway, have a look at that if you're interested in it. And the last one is this a consequence of sin? I've put three different things here. So Catholics will say that actually that original sin that humans committed, Adam and Eve, chapter 3, has had a negative effect on the relationship between God and humans, as well as the human attitude towards the environment. Now, the problem, I suppose, with that, or the response we can have to that, is if Jesus has come, and we know all about redemption and him dying for sin, and if that has brought us closer to God, then we should be better equipped to be able to look at the world itself and understand the right ethic for it. So yeah, and I've said, as a consequence of disobedience in the Garden of Eden, humans have neglected their responsibility and therefore damaged their relationship. So therefore, they have to rectify that situation. Now, other people think that this is just part of the way it is. So you have a lot of, I suppose, more American Christians who think that actually they're happy with dominion, they're happy with using the oil, they're happy with that type of thing, and think this is what God has given us, and there's nothing we can do about it. And so perhaps sometimes the consequences of sin is that we can't control it. We think we might be doing good things, but we don't know whether those good things might actually result in bad things. So sometimes we just have to accept that this is the way the world is, and so for some people they won't do anything. So as you can see, we've got dominion, stewardship, creation, spirituality, consequence of sin. And this is kind of the spectrum of Christian responses in relation to the environment. And some of it is what we would kind of say is, we're still, humans are the most important, but we need to look after things. And others are saying, actually, God is part of everything, therefore everything matters. And it will just depend on your perspective. I put a case study here just because I think it's a good one. I think it's Australia. And it just highlights, I think, if you're thinking, which is what I'm really, I suppose, asking you to do, if you're thinking about environmental ethics and which is the best approach, is it